Yo, what is up, guys? It's Philly the Kid, or Phil, whatever you want to call me, it doesn't really matter. But today, I got an interesting story to tell you guys, and it's about something embarrassing that happened to me back in high school. Not in the high school, but at my house. So basically, I'm a 15-year-old, a young buck, in my prime, getting things done. I just got into high school, and I'm ready to make the world mine. Things are going great. I'm making friends, I'm talking to people, I'm meeting new people, which is something I really love to do. It's the whole reason why I made this YouTube channel. I kind of want to get to know everybody on the whole spectrum of the YouTube culture, you know what I mean? But that's not what this video is about. You guys read the title, you know you want to hear it, you want to get into the deets, and you want to hear how I got caught wanking it. So, no story is good without a little context behind it, so you guys don't think that I'm just some type of masturbating machine and that I'm just doing this all the time and I don't have a problem, even though, I probably do a little bit. But anyway, that's not what matters. Here's the deets, okay? I'm in the throes of puberty, I'm 15, anything could turn me on. I looked at a toaster oven, I swear to God I got heated, no pun intended. Anything. Anything. I would look at peaches and think of butts. I would look at pears and think of boobs. Any fruit that kind of similarly looked like a lady's body part, I was there, man. I was thinking about it. And it was a problem for the most part. I couldn't even look at the foods I was eating without thinking about girls. Going to the store was a huge hassle because I'd go to the produce section. I like to eat healthy. I like to keep my calories low. And I would just be thinking about boobs the whole time. And it got to a point when I couldn't even pick up some melons without thinking, hey, I bet she's got double D's. And I was mischievous too. I would take the eggplants and put them in between the melons. Man, I thought I was slick. Leaving the store, there would be a poster with a Clarkson eye care model, and I would just think, wow, I wish I could take that poster home and give that girl glaucoma. And after we left, don't think it got any better. I'd be sitting there thinking about fruits and vegetables shaped like titties for the whole rest of the night. Have you ever gone home and not been able to get an avocado off your mind? It is so annoying. And it didn't help that avocados were like my favorite food at the time because I would love smothering those mofos up on some bread, and then I'm thinking, wow, I just cut this girl's titties off. And now I'm eating her nipples for pleasure and joy and substance. And I'm thinking now I'm a fruit serial killer of some sort because I'm just going to the grocery store getting these things because they look like boobs for my pleasure, and then I'm eating them. Like, what is wrong with me? Staring down at my plate thinking, did this fruit have a family? Am I eating somebody's fruit daughter? Will they ever forgive me? Am I ever going to be able to eat mangoes again without thinking about them erotically and their families coming down on me thinking, wow, this kid only eats us because we look like boobs, not because we're delicious and that one cup of us provides enough vitamin C for your daily needs? And at this point, I'm just thinking all the fruits in the world are silently judging me, calling me a grapist or something for lack of better words. I never drilled a hole in a melon or anything weird like that. Granted, the idea passed through my mind a few times, but I would never do something as disgusting like that to one of my fruit babes. Like, it wasn't my fault they were so good and just happened to look like the things I was into at the time. So this was all weighing heavy on my mind, and I had to cut out fruits and vegetables for a while. But like I said, it wasn't just fruits and vegetables. It was literally everything. Anything. In biology class, we'd be talking about cell reproduction, and my mind would be on, yeah, I think I could reproduce some cells right now. Math class, people are studying division and multiplication. I'm just trying to divide and multiply so that the numbers come out as 8,008 to spell out boob. English class, everybody's learning poetry, learning about Shakespeare, and I'm coming up with some poems in the back like, on a hot summer's day, warm and supple, they come in couples, boobs, I wanna cup 'em. And art class was the worst. Have you ever been 15 going through puberty and going to an art class? Boobs everywhere. There's non-stop boobs. Boobs, 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 boobs. There's times when I had to walk out of the room because I just couldn't take all the boobage. Like, literally sitting in class, dying, trying not to stand up and have the teachers call me because I was not in any position to do that, if you know what I mean. I know every guy watching this right now has been in this position where you're sitting in class and your jimmy's at full stand and you're hoping the teacher doesn't call on you to answer some questions. Like, sorry teach, I can't stand up, we're talking about cell reproduction, and I'm like 15 and you know how that happens, and you know what happens when a guy thinks about cell reproduction and you're doing this on purpose, so no, I can't stand up and come answer the question right now, sorry. I couldn't imagine anything more embarrassing than being at full 10 hut, having the teacher call on you to come answer a question, you standing up and your snake poking through the front of your pants like it's the new kid in class saying, what's up to everybody? And you're going up to answer the question and you're just like, amoeba. Like, yeah, amoeba gonna need to switch schools after this because that was too horrific. My heart literally goes out to anybody who's ever been in that situation and has actually had to stand up. Thankfully, I never had to because I played it slick and I just pretended I was sleeping, and it may have got me sent to detention, but I didn't have to have everybody see my snake, you know what I mean? What's better, a day in detention or being known for the rest of your high school career as the kid who stood up and had a statue in his pants? No competition. There's not one dude out there who could tell me that they would rather be known as Boner Boy than the kid who gets detention sometimes. And now we get into the bread and butter of this entire video. Nothing that I've said in the past can compete with the embarrassment that I am about to unfold upon you. I cannot pinpoint exactly what day this happened. We'll just say it was Wednesday for context. So it's Wednesday about 6 o'clock. I had just gotten home from hanging out, riding around town with all my friends, checking out all the produce sections at all the grocery stores. Mom's making dinner, roast beef if I recall, which I got some mixed feelings about because if you don't know what roast beef looks like, Google it. The rest is kind of unnecessary. We're sitting there, we're eating dinner, we're talking, having a good time, talking about school, homework, all that usual BS. And then about 9 o'clock, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm settling down, I'm chilling, I'm watching stuff on my phone, watching YouTube videos, aspiring how I'm going to be the greatest YouTuber alive one day. And what crosses my mind? You guessed it. Fruits and vegetables. No, I'm kidding. It was boobs. So what do you do when you're a young kid and you have a phone and you're thinking about boobs? Yeah, you know what you do? You go to your local site and you check out some vids. So this is like my first time on one of these websites. I mean, I had like perused past them before, never like sat on them too long because I felt kind of like, I don't know if you've ever been the type, but like whenever you're doing this stuff and you're done, you get kind of like a dirty feeling, like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. So yeah, it's like one of my first times on these websites actually trying to watch stuff. I'm just going through the videos, finding stuff, seeing what I like and seeing what's good. And I come across this video where I think it was teacher student something like that, and I had a pretty hot math teacher, so I'm thinking, wow, this might be able to work. This might work for me. The girl in the video is really pretty. She's got melons kind of like the one I seen at the produce section, so I'm thinking, yeah, alright, this is it. I'm checking out the video, not doing anything yet, the volume's low, but I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried to watch this stuff without sound, but it just not work, alright? So I had to plug in some headphones real quick to get it going. And I had the volume up pretty high because, I had good headphones at the time, so there's no way any sound could really leak out. But as I'm sitting there doing my business, I realize I have a headboard on my bed, and that is not a good recipe to have if you're going to be doing what I was doing, because it would be banging against the wall. And yeah, that's the first way you get found out, is because your mom's going to hear that. She's going to come in and check to see what you're doing. So I had to stand up, and I was at the edge of my bed, and I'm just sitting there, doing my thing, watching this teacher class, getting pretty into it. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing or how to do it, but I think I was doing the right thing, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there, and it's just about the end of the video, and then out of nowhere I hear, and what is it? You guessed it, my mother opening the door to come and bring me my backpack so I'm ready for school the next morning. And the look of pure horror on this woman's face was enough to kill any grown man in a fucking 50-mile radius. I'm sitting there with member in hand, and she's sitting there staring back at me, and it's one of those situations where you just do not know what to do. So we're sitting there staring at each other, and it just gets more and more progressively awkward as the time stretches. And what happened for probably 30 seconds seemed like 5 minutes. She drops the book bag, slams the door, and screams, "I'm sorry." And I just sit there with this look on my face like, wow, my life is ruined. I can never look at my mother in the eyes again. It's one thing to fantasize about fruits and vegetables, but when your mom walks in on you just going at it, yeah, how do you come back from that? There is no way to come back from that. You just have to progressively live your life in an awkward state of perpetual what the fuckness. A million thoughts are running through my mind, like, how am I going to wake up tomorrow and talk to this woman? How am I going to get a ride to school in the morning from her without mentioning this? How am I ever going to look at her again without feeling like I'm a total piece of crap? Why didn't I lock the door? Why did I have to go and look at the fruits and vegetables today? Why did I even have to be born? Why am I going through puberty like this right now? Why does everything turn me on? I just can't help it. Nothing is right. My life is over at this point. I'm sitting in my room and I just can't sleep. There's no way in hell I'm going to get to sleep after this. My mom just walked in and saw me cranking my gym. So there's no way. A few hours pass and I finally get to sleep, realizing there's nothing I can do right now. I just need to go to bed and hope for the best in the morning. And when I wake up, it was the most awkward morning of my entire life so far. No talking the entire morning for breakfast. She takes me to school, we don't talk in the car, but right as I'm about to leave, she says, "I want you to know everything's alright. I'm not mad at you. It's normal." Luckily, she didn't know about my fruit addiction or about the Clarkson eye care girl, because that would have been a whole different story. She probably would have had me go and see a psychiatrist or something. But if you thought that was the end of it, no, the worst has yet to come. So I'm sitting in school, got a lot on my mind right now. There's no way I can get this off my mind. My mom just caught me wanking it. I don't know what to do. I gotta tell somebody. So I find my buddy Jack, and I think, alright, he's gonna be cool about it. Nothing weird's gonna happen. He's just gonna laugh it off, like what friends do. I tell him, man, my mom caught me wanking it last night, and it's like so awkward. Have you ever been in a situation like this? What am I supposed to do? Nah, man, never been in a situation like that. It's kind of fucked. Yeah, I know, dude. Trust me. Believe me. But, please don't tell anybody about this, alright? Because, it's super awkward. I don't want anybody to find out about it. I just told you because it's been on my mind so much, and I couldn't imagine it ever happening again. Yeah, no problem, man. Won't tell anybody. So I'm thinking, great, awesome, got this off my chest, I can finally put it behind me. My mom says it's not awkward, she doesn't care, it's normal, my buddy said it's kind of fucked, but either way, I gotta get through it, blah blah blah. Like I said, I think everything's good, and then second period comes around, and a lot of people are kind of cracking jokes towards me and giving me looks, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand, what's so funny? And it turns out, Jack went and told a couple people that I got caught wanking it, and then they went and told a couple people that I got caught wanking it, and so on and so on, and now the entire school knows that I got caught wanking it. So no, I'm not known as Boner Boy. I didn't stand up with a boner in class and get caught. No, I'm the kid who got caught wanking it by his mom. So now I don't have to worry about my high school reputation being tarnished because it's already fucked. There's no way to come back from this. I just have to hope that people forget about it and that they don't find out about my fruit and vegetable addiction or my love for the Clarkson eye care girl. The whole situation is so embarrassing. I think that I didn't go to school for a few days, and when I finally went back, everybody kind of forgot about it already because it's high school. There's a ton of drama going on. So many people are getting caught for stuff, doing dumber things. It was just me getting caught wanking it by my mom. Nothing too crazy like that. But yeah, moral of the story is don't get caught wanking it by your mom. And if you tell anybody you got caught wanking it by your mom, make sure they're a really good friend and that they're not going to let your whole secret out to the school, because then you will be fucked. But I don't hold anything against him. It was a pretty funny story now that I look back on it, and I probably would have told some people too if my friend came up to me and said, hey man, my mom caught me jerking off, because it's just too funny to not do something like that. But if you guys liked the video and you thought it was funny, please leave a like down below so I know. And if you want more crazy stories, hit that subscribe button, because I'm 22 now and I've got a lot more crazy things going on. I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my life. So yeah, leave a comment and tell me some stuff that was embarrassing that happened to you, either in high school or a few weeks ago or whatever. Just some crazy stuff that's happened to you, and so I can get a laugh out of it so you don't just have to laugh at me. I'm Philly the Kid, and this is the end of the video. Later.